If I had known you were that old, I wouldn't even have said anything.
It's too late for you.
So,
topic number 1, child-free and single, and I don't want to mingle.
it's wonderful. So, this idea of being single and childless by choice.
Can I just butt in
Child
and say
free,
child-free?
yes. Why did I say childless? How that moves us into choosing our chosen family versus one that we make with a partner and all that stuff. We're also going to talk about that boyfriend article that came out in Vogue by Shantae. I think that's how you name it, Shantae Joseph.
Yes.
Is having a boyfriend embarrassing now?
Conclusion, yes, apparently. Yes. Yes.
I mean, question, wasn't it always?
So, topic number 1, child-free and single, and I don't want to mingle.
It's wonderful. So a lot of people end up having pets, right? That's like a normal thing to do. You get a pet. This is where childless comes from, the crazy single childless cat lady or dog lady or like that. That's where like people would go. But I think now it's becoming like a power. Like it's like a power stance of like, yeah, I didn't buy into that racket. Like, I'm living my life. It's great.
Yeah, and also I think maybe it speaks to something about people getting fatigued by like the status of the couple, especially like the very sort of heteronormative coupledom and that as a status, and then like the single friends being invited to dinner parties and like, where do you seat them? What do you do with them?
You can bring a friend, and I'm like, I'm not bringing anybody. And then if I do bring a friend, then it's like, wait, what's up with you and this friend? And I'm like, you said to bring a friend. This is my friend. We are friends. That is it. We're just friends. It always turns into a thing. Like people want you to be paired up with somebody.
But like your identity is basically not wrapped up in the fact that you are half of a couple, which I think is gorgeous. And I wonder if it speaks to like a change in relationship landscapes generally, like less stigma attached to being single than there used to be, and a growing kind of polyamory kind of situationship.
There's, I think, because of the whole trad wife thing that's been happening here, right? Like TikTok was taken over by like, I'm a trad wife, you know, like hair perfect, apron on, baking some nonsense for the husband and 10 kids, like all of that stuff. That trend started to become like a symbol of conservatism and republicanism. And so I think like staying single or staying in a single stance is almost a rebellion to the Republican movement that has, you know, created this mess that we've got going in America right now.
You mean it's almost anti-fascist?
I wouldn't go that far because it's not just fascist. It's also like conservative Christian right? Like they're not necessarily fascist, but they're religiously, you know, like minded, and they rule with religion. They want that return to traditional values, you know, make America great. The whole idea of MAGA is to take us back to the 1950s, right? Women you couldn't have your own bank account. You couldn't do anything for yourself. You need your husband's sign off. You needed a man, a father or husband, male figure to do things for you. So being single is almost like a social rebellion to that. I think that's like a sharp undertone that like probably doesn't get talked about enough. That's making this idea of being single like more elevated now. But I do notice it. Like I hear people talking less about their partners, or they do it in a very like hidden way. I think there's this little bit of like a keep it closeted, keep my heterosexuality closeted layer going on. Like,
yeah.
So what you were saying, like having a girlfriend might be okay, but it's interesting times.
We're in fashion.
We're in fashion. I love. Of course, that's how you take that away. I love it. We're finally in fashion. I've always been the kind of person who, when I dated, like my friends would make fun of me because I would never introduce who I was dating to anyone in my actual circle of people I care about. I dated very freely, and it's like, go, date somebody, stick around for a little while. Oh, that's not working out. Keep it moving.
I don't even know the answer to this question. What's the
Ask it.
longest time you've been in a relationship?
I don't make it very far past like the 6-month mark when I'm dating someone. I get very like, go away. And it's, as the girlies on the internet say, choose better. Like, I probably needed to choose better. And then I just got kind of used to, like, I don't want anyone in my space. I don't want anyone like dictating my day. Like, I don't, I just want to deal with all of that. So it's just like nice to just not have to. It's kind of awesome. What's
Yeah.
the longest you were ever with someone?
5 or 6 years, several
That's
times. Like, like that was my kind of 5 years, 3 years, 6 years, 5 years, 3 years. Yeah, that, and serial monogamist, I think is the term.
I can't even imagine you as that woman.
But what about kids, babe?
What
We are
about
both
'em?
child free. We're both child free.
I think I was always kind of freaked out by the idea of like gestation and delivery of a child. I was like, this is gonna kill. I'll die. I can't even imagine this. Like, just the thought of it was like, it's so peculiar and bizarre, and I can't. What about you?
Like in my natural non-influence state, I believe that I'm a child-free spirit. You know, when you do those experiments when you're like a teenager and you sort of see yourself as an adult, I'd have a successful job, I'd have a cool car, and I'd have a house, but I never had a kid. Do you know what I mean? There have been 2 occasions though when I was in long-term relationships and very domestic, living with person, like very settled, very domestic.
Were you a child wife?
I would never go that far. but I will say that one of the 5-year relationships I had I think I was playing a role. I ironed shirts, I made breakfast, I made dinner, I bought flowers, I did house. Do you know what I mean?
That's pretty trad. Yeah. That's
I didn't wear a pretty dress. But anyway,
I know, but it's the work it's about the work you put in.
Yeah. So every Sunday would be like ironing shirts, and I'd get up early to make breakfast, and I'd always make sure there was dinner on the table and these things, until I didn't anymore, until I left. But I was in my mid-20s at that point. We had a nice house with a garden and a cat, and my body said, child next. Like, but I strongly believe it was a physical thing. Like, my body physically was asking me, my hormones, I don't know, something was saying, child, you have to have one. You need to have a child right now. I feel lucky that he was not ready. He was like 2 years or whatever. He wasn't ready. I feel lucky for that because I moved on. But the same thing happened again in another relationship. That was another sort of 5 or 6 year long relationship. And again, it was 2 years. And again, I moved on. I moved country. On both occasions, I moved countries.
You just were like, I'm getting out of here.
Like, okay. No kitty. Okay. Bye.
I'm getting on a plane. I'm getting out of here. And then the thought left you. Yeah. So that's interesting, right? Like, how many kids get brought into the world because there's some like biological thing that goes off in women's bodies that say like procreate. It's harder to stay sort of connected and in friendship with people who do go into those like more traditional nuclear families because you're the single person that comes to all their stuff.
Yeah. I think it gets hard for both sets of friends to keep it going, doesn't it? Because I think if you're in the situation where you've got like you've got this new family unit and a new baby, you kind of need the support of other people going through the same thing around you as well.
I had a couple friend, and I was good friends with both partners. They had a few kids, and they, I was always getting invited to like the birthdays or this or that, and I overheard somebody refer to me as like this. Where's your single friend? And I was like, oh, I should stop coming to. And I love their kids, and their kids. I got along famously with their kids. We would hang out. They loved my dog. We would, chill out. But I was like, guys, I'm happy to come over solo and just be with you all. Please don't invite me to another one of these shindigs. I love you dearly. It's not because I don't love you. I just can't be that chick.
It's so interesting, isn't it? The way
And
that
then her
feels.
dad, the father of the mom in that scenario was older Greek guy, and he's he's like, Rashba, why don't you have you're such a beautiful girl, you should find you somebody, let's find somebody for her, because he thought I was younger than I am. And then I told him how old I was, and he was like, oh my god, he's like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. Like, you're a spinster. Why did I bother? If I had known you were that old, I wouldn't even have said anything. So, like, on the same topic,
where's
right?
Megan?
Like, where's Megan? Everybody wanted to know.
Could you read the
Do
tweet?
I have the
you
thread?
have it?
Yeah, I could read it. Hey, if you're a girl named Megan and you recently hurt your ankle badly in a Trader Joe's parking lot and required surgery, your mediocre at best ginger boyfriend is sitting at the bar next to me in Dallas International Airport talking mad shit about how you're not doing laundry while recovering from surgery. He's referred to you as bitch no less than 3 times, so do what you will with that. And then it just turned into this like army of women, and probably some men in there, who were like, we have to find Megan. We have to warn her. Like, we got to get her out of this situation. So I just thought it was really crazy how like people started jumping in and trying to find her, and this idea of like no more mediocre men started to rise in this conversation, and they found Megan. She somehow, this message got to the actual original woman and the original poster, and she had a chat on the side, so she did come back and update the rest of the, because people were like, I need to know, did we find Megan? Like, there's all these posters like, did we find her? Did y'all find her yet?
I love the solidarity of that moment.
It's so beautiful, right? Like, you watch it unfold, and you just reading comment after comment. It's just such a beautiful thing. Like, everyone was there's so much energy behind it. You couldn't miss it when it was coming across, with all the other stuff going on and not having solidarity around in the States.
Yeah.
It was so cool. So I was like, good on you, internet. Good job, people.
Good job.
Should we do one of our 36 questions? Number 14.
Is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it?
I'm tired already. I mean, yeah, right? Finishing my novel, or getting on a stand-up stage, or I don't know, running a marathon, or writing anything of quality.
Anything of quality?
Anything like quality enough to get published or to like get bought. Actually finishing something so I could try and pitch it and sell it. Making children's animated shows. What are all the things I dream of? Starting a doggy rescue. Starting a vegan bakery. There's so many things.
Okay. Why? I mean, if there are all of those things, that's probably why you haven't done them yet, because there are too many things.
Ding, 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 ding. Well, what do I actually dream about? I dream about quitting my job and going and sitting somewhere quietly and writing down some of the stuff that I want to write down, because once that energy moves out of me, I'll be able to go, okay, do you really want to start a, vegan dog food company? No, put that away. Move to something else. I can start moving through that, but I don't have the headspace or the energy to like just stop everything around me and focus that way. What about you?
One of the things I talk with my sister a lot about is trying to find more information about our father. And I really, I think I do dream about doing that, trying to get some ancestral answers, trying to like unravel his side of the family tree. What's stopping me is I think that it will be emotional. I don't really know how to do it. Um, I feel like to do it properly, it might be expensive, because all of the records anyway would probably be in America. And then I just feel that there'll be lots of blocks because slavery.
Before you get to slavery, there's a whole lot of ancestor story, right? Before you get that far down the road. So like that comes to the forefront. It should probably go to the back a little bit because there's a whole lot of ancestry before you even get there. Unless that's the bit you really want to know about, which is a different conversation. But if it's the more upfront stuff, I think there's simpler ways.
I want all of it.
I know you want all of it, but I think you gotta, you have to parse it and go, okay, this is the first. I gotta let it come in pieces. But I do think that's a huge emotional block too, right? Like, and not block, but emotional.
No, it's an emotional journey. And
container.
Like originally I was going to do it.
Like, it's like, yeah.
And my sister, she's got 2 young kids. So like it's something we'd both like to do and we'd like to kind of do it together. But I think we'll both find it deeply emotional. And so it hasn't happened yet. And also like it seems very massive to me. And my ADHD brain doesn't quite know how to break that down into like...
Right.
How to organize that. Like, it's just massive.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because like my ADHD brain knows exactly how to organize that. It's like, it's so funny how like you can think about the same thing with the same sort of chaotic brain, but you come to it completely differently.
Kantiosity.
We did it.
See you next time.
See you next.
See what I did there?
Time. Kantiosity.
Stay cunty.